their alley.
Okay, we have
unless
we have a
Levitan
weird
are
comp.
really ready to torch the map with this one. I'm interested to see how they do use the raise, how they actually get themselves into position. We just heard Ender talking about how much easier it is to get around the map.
What are they?
With
Man, they put a
being in
KO
your
into it.
favor and how
It's a
fast
really weird
Raze can
comp.
move.
No
Here it does
Silver, and
look
you
like the
instantly
focus
see
mid a little bit,
C9
and
playing
they'll be
over
met with
towards
2
middle,
from C9
making
if
sure
they
the fact
choose
that they
to
can't kind of
push
scan and get rid of this area.
Definitely big control on middle, and of course a Viper in their composition, but in the hands of Calm, so there is no.
In terms of the default, wall across covers
Levitan.
middle, covers short,
With
and we
the
have a
early
smoke
control,
over
they were trying
towards
to
B,
make the
which
early noise
creates
they were
pressure that
making
you
on
could
middle,
have crossed to the
pivoting
box.
all the way back towards the A site. And look at that setup on the A site.
Yeah, look at this kill setup.
Exactly.
Kill setup under
You
heaven.
expect Tex to run up and throw a wall up, and then everybody maybe to hide underneath because Sage can block off heaven. Well, everybody underneath is going to get cooked if they try to get there. So yeah, really cool preemptive little setup. Expecting the Sage to push through, and
Get a
of
lot
that
of
site to
info
be
with
gained by
Vanity
Levitan.
towards middle. It
two
also means he can
brains
have
to
a
try to
faster luck
learn
towards
on the
short, and you
fly
might
how
see
they
a
could
bit of a
play
weird
against
luck
this
between
Levitan
Viper and
lineup.
Omen.
Both Rooney.
Yeah,
and Vanity
here's a lot going up
all in
short.
to start
Knife hits
pivoting towards
3.
the A site as a knife gets so much information thrown by Zeppa. That pivot is out there. 33 seconds left on the clock, but middle is open for them to pivot back.
Yeah,
if they
wall
want
goes
to.
in. That confirms it. They still have this kill setup under heaven. Ready for the Omen flash. Omen flash goes in.
Paranoia out. There's that flood retake. Counter paranoia. First blood from Zeppa. Traded out by Levitan, who takes the advantage now. Moose staying on
15
the top,
seconds.
waiting for his teammates.
Oh,
More
they're getting
jiggles out
blocked.
from the attack as there's 13 seconds left until we finally start the plant down on A. Oxy and Rooney with Sheris. Rooney alone.
Yeah, nicely done, especially from Mazzino over towards site. Got a lot of important jewels. The Sage slow kind of wrecked things up, and then at the same time, I think they could have waited. Honestly, the main thing was maybe the reactive Omen flash back from King. I felt like that actually really split them up.
The mollies underneath, meaning nobody could get under there. They weren't trying to kill people under there. They were trying to get the fight in the front of the site, and that's what Levitan gave them.
That just stopped the full flood for sure.
Maybe double swing, almost triple swings, to make sure C9 could not make it off of heaven. So 1 round in. Spots with a Vandal. Why not?
Not been here for a while. What's in the cage next to me? Should be a hamster tomorrow. That's the hopes.
Here as they get over towards A.
And a knife was thrown all the way out from the spawn to get the contact there for C9 and information, and he still want to gamble towards B. I respect it. It's an eco round for C9. And they're hoping from that knife that
Got one sheriff into this one. That is the sheriff. Sheriff down, site open. They don't know about it yet.
Rooney with the wide swing and punish right away, opening things up and giving a chance here for Levitan to walk in for the plant.
So what's their weight? What's their feel good on going in? Another peak?
Only a knife for info. I mean, yeah, but we've seen. I mean, we've seen Foot run that for like a whole year, and they did okay. So it's doable if you're on top of it.
Going in, pretty confident on just making it into the site without too much util, and a big flank watch coming in.
It's going to rely on Com to just be like perma luck, which honestly is probably going to suit him very, very well.
We're in great positions here for Levitan. Looks in the end here that it should be a confident round.
Yeah,
win
maybe,
on the
Andrew.
for the
There's a
attack,
chance for
converting
it.
the pistol round win. Second smoke going out towards the tree. C9 looking for an opportunity to jump together outside of the smoke. But there's a late lurk coming in on the other end. There's the
A
bunch
name?
out
Nah,
across
not
the
yet.
And there's a surprise on the other end. So Vanity is left alone. Will probably save at least a paranoia and die to Spike. But you mentioned it before. Levitan executed.
Hampy is nice. Dude, our hamsters in the past have been named from like Buffy characters, so it probably have that theme still.
So it really has to come down to like, okay, well, let's just run in, which is exactly what Mazzino just did. Interesting stat as well.
Yeah, very
Spike.
interesting.
Yeah, I've got another one over there that's called Spank. We have two hamster cages, two hamster setups.
The tide of the 9-map losing streak. Already starting off good, but it doesn't mean anything right now with the way C9's been playing the mid game of this series.
Okay, let's get onto this one big buy round.
For C9 on the bonus.
Bonus is looking all right.
Cat play, it's been A. So a third time towards A with this look, but Com is on a
Do hamsters fight each other? Yeah, majority of the time they should be alone.
Or mid, as King has something to say about it.
Yeah, in the bonus round, Vandal connects onto Oxy.
But we have two different
cages. At
cages.
the beginning here, Vanity was holding with the judge, and if you've seen Sadak do this with a judge at this spot, of course you'll see Vanity do it. One of the good guys here with the With the shotguns, with the
Holy.
buggy, there's that contact at least on the top mid. At M3, Rooney is forced to fall back, 51 HP remaining. There's that wall for the crossover. And Moose will have to try to anchor pretty much solo at this point.
Moose has to do a lot here. Mollies go in early.
To try to get info. No spray opportunity
Got
coming
no
out here
recon.
from the spawn.
I mean, he has to get 2.
So Moose playing the off angle, hit by 2 flashes.
What the hell was this flash?
Tough spot to play.
Oh,
Trying
that's
to
the
catch him
round
off guard
done.
for maybe 1-2 with a
Absolutely
drop in.
savage
Kill
start
is
for
dumped
C9.
into
Lovely
side
from
note.
Lev.
Levitan is not
Xeno's
taking
doing
any
great. Gets his
chances
ult for
here.
the next round
There's
as
a null
well.
command or an ultimate here from Xeno to stop something from coming in, but it does not look like they'll need any of it.
Yeah, definitely
They should
not.
be saved
Team
up for
flash?
now.
Nah, I don't think so. I mean,
Last 3 saved up. That's
the
the
KO
third
is
round
here.
coming in for Levitan, converting.
pretty sure that's
Bonus here,
impossible.
which was still,
I
again,
honestly
pretty
didn't even
strong. They
see
had
the
Vandal
flash
coming
from
out King
Xeno
to
though, which is making me
contact
question
first
it, but I'm
against
pretty
Oxy
sure
on
it's
middle.
his.
You're definitely seeing right now the wall to cross over, trying to run bodies in, wall bangs, double flashes to take sight. So that's how you do it. You don't get scans. but hopefully you're
Glamorgle,
playing your
thank you so much
opponents
for
when
the
you're
2
moving
months.
in
Thank you. A third
and the
fan?
protocols for the trades. Vanity
Looking,
at least upgrades for
looking
the
pretty
exit.
good at the moment. Thank you so much for
Spike
the
will go
2
off.
months. Appreciate the tier 1.
And the lurk comes in from Calm once again.
Of course.
Of course. But no upgrades for him.
No upgrade, no. Lev with a different
Yeah,
look
solid
each
start.
round so far. That one encroaching on
Lewis,
mid
he just
quite
does this,
heavily,
right?
making a
He does
nice dink
default
on
1
the
here,
Rooney.
picks it up, and then
Free
throws
space
it
there and taking
beyond.
sight with a good
The same
amount of
as
utility.
what Liquid's
See
been
this
doing,
again.
right? Wait, is it Liquid that's been doing that?
Everybody
There's,
lane.
do you know,
don't
there's so many
usually
Viper
get
comps
that
at the
many
moment.
people
It's so
lane,
hard
right?
to
The
remember
site's being
what
held, somebody's
team
front,
is
they
doing
keep
what with the
control of
Vipers.
entry if somebody's going to swing in from main, but no. That was a train on the tracks from Levitan.
No,
going
Viper
through
are doing it
the
over
lane
to...
side.
Sorry, Liquid's doing it over towards A. There's another team that does this.
A bit of the same look here as they start a default.
Is it loud?
portion of the
Yeah, it
map.
might be loud.
And they say, yep. So we're just going to slow
Unless
and
this
run out of
defaults
this one.
B. I think that is
With the
right.
rifle, that Vanity save gives it to Oxy, so he gets forward position now towards main. Getting ready to double swing with the support from a Stinger. There's that first nice little tap.
Yeah,
on
that's
the
a big
Aspas.
win. Did the
That's a
person that
strong
gets through the
duelist for
choke point,
Levitan
now they
now
kind of have to
down.
split
Yeah,
through middle.
really.
Huge win.
That's a huge frag, too, because you have a Hero Phantom and Vandal for Oxy there. Everybody else is on a very low buy, getting forced into this.
Mazzino's going to be the one running in, just basically being a Cypher camera.
Ooh, the
And
peek.
there's that
Haven't seen
Pittsburgh
this for a
knife play
long
that Mimi
time.
was talking
Gotta keep an
about.
eye on this
Maybe
Omen
even a
looking
little
over
bit of
towards
assist.
short. Is trying to take a
Wall up
timing
to
here,
look inside
especially as
the
they're
window,
making
but
so
they
much
decide
noise.
otherwise. Walking back
Knife
towards
goes
A.
in,
The
doesn't
lurk from
hit him.
King trying to find
Perfect
an opening.
timing.
He knows that a knife is close. Oh, the tap there onto Vanity. Miss comms coming through, but
Oh,
at least it's a nice
Oxy
bait
hit a
to
shot
get
over
that
towards
kill.
B main that might secure
now
it.
Zeppa will
Vanity,
have to try to
sorry,
anchor
Zeppa
towards the
probably
back
just
of the
needs to
generator.
play under
Wall
bow.
across now, a pop flash to slow things down, giving a chance for 2 players to
30
rotate up
seconds
towards
left.
the A heaven. Storming into sight now. Zeppa comes into contact, gets the trade-off as Oxy falls. Last one to go is going to be Mazzino. Shock dart lands.
Nice util at the
no
moment.
chip damage. He
Very
gets a flag
doable
down
for
with 13
Mazzino.
seconds left.
They're pretty far away.
There's
Is
a
he going to
big
expect
flip
them
coming out
this
right
close
now
at
from
A
Moose.
main?
So Rooney's just trying to hold it out. Because that wall was up here by the stage. He's just trying to leak around it.
Oh.
Oh.
Just saw him, picks him off. Elisa gets information from Moose and swings out.
Damn, that was a nice try. Big kill from
Moose
Moose.
wins that 1v1.
That was a really
And
nice
C9
try.
will finally score.
Zeppa did great, by the way. Really good. I know he kind of baited his
Great
teammate a
job.
little bit over towards side, but it
Moose
wasn't really
has
his
been
fault.
So steady when he's been called upon in
Adzer
these
as well.
plays.
Adzer 9
Lurks
with the
as
tier
well
1.
from
Thank you for
Sunset
the
here
11
now
months.
into Killjoy
Like Lev been
for
stealing
the
Loud's
Ascent
Viper stuff?
play. Gets
Yes,
Cloud9
you're
their
not wrong.
First round ultimates really on deck too as well for Cloud9. There's just a few orbs.
There's no
As we
shame in
rewatch
it.
this round one
Saves you a
more
lot of time.
Player standing.
And Moose had to hit that shot first. Mazzino was kind of clued in to what that play was going to be.
Yeah,
based
that's
on
a
that
straight up
dart,
sigh
right?
of
He didn't have
relief
to look
there.
heaven. Mazzino had only one place to
Okay,
look, and
Op
Moose
comes
still
out. We
wins
got the
that
C9
company
Classic where they
1v1.
win 1. Can they win 2 in a row?
Little A main control to
Normally
start
struggle at the
off,
beginning to do
slows
this.
and just about
Vanity's
the
been
kitchen
judged
sink thrown here
non-stop.
towards the alt orb. It's still control
They at
for
least hear
C9.
it, so they're
That's-
very scared of going
that's
over
not
towards
for
A
left.
main. He can
Yeah,
probably
Can't
go
feel
to
good
short
about
now
that.
with the
Just
pressure
shouldn't
just
throw that
being
much in
here.
and walk away.
It's close with the judge too, and you don't want to walk into that. C9 already. trying to pull back, and yeah, we have a fast rotate from
Group
Levitan
up
towards
here.
B.
And we actually
Right
have
into
Oxy
the
playing
hands of the
far back
operator.
spawn. We've got a kill set up
Oxy
over
choosing
towards
right,
lane.
a little bit towards the right side for that first hit, and now ready to tear him down.
Cross
as
map,
they come in
knife
right into the
goes
Killjoy
in. They have
utility as
very
well.
good timing with this.
C9, they may have stacked the site wrong, but they got a good hold here. Lev's util starts to
Ooh,
come in.
yeah.
Nice kill
Pulls
on
the
box
alarm
side
bot back.
kill on
Didn't
what
get
would have
broken,
been
so he's
some
going to
of
give the
those
alarm
mollies.
bots do Nash.
Moose there gets that pick onto Tex,
Oh,
who got
oh.
hit by his teammate's paranoia, so that's a small mistake. Aspas trying to find an entry, pushing out towards the
Holy,
spawn,
Aspas is
connect
doing
onto
bits.
Rooney.
Moose can still win the round, but there is too
Moose
many people here for that
unfortunately couldn't
peak.
anchor at the back of that B site. Vanity with a classic. Crossfire set up, close with the judge.
They know he has the judge,
You know,
though.
it's pretty much over at this point, but
Yeah, they know he has the
Lee's
judge.
trying to do some damage here. But despite that small mistake,
What a
on
mess,
the
dude. How did
execution
Oxy
from
go
Levitan,
down,
the push
though?
up towards
That's
the
what I
spawn,
wanted
seems
to
like
see.
C9 weren't ready for that one.
Yeah, getting through that, especially
Was
without
he
being able
rotating
to hit
into
the
sight
alarm
or
bot from
something?
Killjoy, being able to util destroy with the kind of util you don't usually destroy with.
Yeah.
That Viper or that Snakebite coming through.
Huge.
Incredible stuff.
It's the same story
Just
every
the
single
setup
map,
of
by the way.
Levitan that
C9
much
have
more
really
of an
bad starts
advantage
on
in
their
the round,
defense,
and
and they
were
can
not
just
stopped
never
on
get
lane.
money.
Pushing through, flies in. That's
Okay,
what they were
Molly
talking about, the
landed. He
distance you
he
can clear. It's
repositioned
not
to
just
stairs once he
switch,
got
it's the
smoked off.
sight.
Molly
Yeah.
landed
And
and then
Aspas
dashed his
just
sight. I mean, that's
rolls
lovely
on
double
through.
satchel in.
And you saw that snake bite on that lane was also a ruse there to force the players to play back boathouse.
Yeah.
So the control
Yeah,
is more
push 'em
towards,
off.
yes, punish on staircase, but also just fight around switch and market. Take control of that area before you could flood in as a team towards that back of the B site. Because again,
EU
you
will.
have
Sorry,
a
bro.
team
I
that
think I
has a
missed
lot of
your
flashes
sub
and
a little bit
follow-up
earlier.
behind that here for Levitan. So this calls a timeout for Cloud9. Again, they have to
Will I ever go back to coaching? If the timing's right, the team's good.
line up from
It's
Levitan
it's
for
hard
the
at the
first
moment
time.
because I just enjoy this so
This
much.
is also an adaptation
But it's,
from
I mean, I still want to win
Levitan
stuff. That's the
from
issue as
when they
well.
lost against Loud at kickoff. This was
But
a
yeah, I
whole
really
different
enjoy this at the
composition, too.
moment.
They were
So
playing that default comp, the snooze comp, as they would like to say.
at one
I like
point,
that they're pulling out
you would
something new
think that
this
I
time
would
around.
start enjoying this less, and then that's probably when I would be
Across
tempted
three
to
agents for this series.
pursue it more.
Yeah,
But
they're all feeling pretty comfortable. To be
after
able to
every year,
switch
I
and change
still
around and just
am
get
like
into
open
different,
to offers. That's like how
setups
I'm
to make
treating
these
it.
protocols
Because
work.
obviously, if you
This
get
one
offered like a
obviously new
fanatic or
composition here
something,
coming
and
in
you can just win
onto
everything, then it's
Ascent.
kind of
Again,
like a
hoping to break
no-brainer.
that lost streak.
But
4-1
it's
now
a
for
heavy
Levitan.
commitment, man. It's
They
like a
pulled
life
back
commitment.
After that fourth round loss, that post plant take by Cloud9. Now on the low buy. Levitan has not played as aggressive on this as they did with the previous maps. They're getting set up.
it's a
then they're hitting.
C9 go for a
think that's
Vision
a
Striker's
little bit
strat,
Ooh.
and
What you said before is
they
don't
wanted to
have the
go
find
close
with
and then
Zona. They
Omen
don't have
flash, and
that
then was he
sonar.
gonna
They
TP
have to guess
somewhere?
and then run in as the death ball that would take the
Like
site
go
together.
close,
Teamwork
Omen
does
flash
tend coming
this,
out on
TP
top
into the
of these
corner,
plays.
something like that. I'm not entirely
Not
sure.
Too much push on the
There's,
extremities here for C9.
I mean,
They're
it's
still
an
doing
eco.
a bit of guessing, but
Take some
not
gambles.
bad positioning here for the middle of the round.
And that's one of the things you could think about here. This type of wall that you're throwing here from Calm, it doesn't really allow
FNS
them to take
Som
early
in
mid control,
Viverno,
so
Stu.
this is a great opportunity for later rounds if Oxy has an operator
Hold it.
really try to hold that mid.
Feels like you got to get Cloud out of
Again,
his
because they don't have a recon dart
contract
or
as well,
fade eye
probably.
to push them out to get scans. This would be a good way here to
I
punish.
know who you're replacing now,
We'll have
though.
to see in the later rounds now for C9 when they get the gun round. To start things off, there's a bit of util. It's not being cleared. The dink.
Damn,
Second
how many
dink
dinks
stays
did he
alive
take?
with
1
HP.
HP.
Finally, Oxy comes in
Whoa.
forward. The dash
Oh
wanna
boy,
get
it's
the
so
pick off
on.
the
Guns
Dex
down
finally.
as well, so as Making get a gun, they got the spike.
They'll get picked
Omen
up.
ult goes in, picks the
He
spike,
knows
so they
he's
got to
trying
go a little
hunt
bit
it down.
faster.
The last 3 players of Levitan inside
scary.
B, and they close the market door.
30 seconds left.
What a heady play off the spike, knowing it could go down in that tight pinch. They get the quick Omen ultimate. Now it be, and it pressures this Blade Storm to come up even bigger now.
King has second smoke. There you go. Pops it up, delays even
That's
more.
tough.
Not giving a chance here for Rooney and Oxy to come out from the market. So they have to opt now to go towards the spawn. Aspas is not looking towards the right
Holy,
area
that's really bold
because
pos
of
to
that
play,
recon
by the
dart
way.
That got popped there by Rooney. A 2v2.
Player standing.
Cannot win the fight against King.
Knows where
It's
they're
up to
by far.
Oxy alone. Another contact gives him a dash. Looks towards the right. Cannot connect.
Unlucky.
Unfortunately, couldn't pull out the
Yeah,
snare
nice
on
round
time.
from King. Clean this one up. That
Have
was
done some
close,
good
though,
damage here on
considering
the
it's a
lower right
4v5.
Cloud9. At the end of the day, Levitan still takes the lead on their attacking side.
5-1 on that. And another different look using the Omen ultimate. Sometimes we see go to not waste, but just round after round, no option to use it, but instantly deploying that strategy here with the mess that happened on Cat. They're able to easily get away from it.
Yeah.
And just cause trouble at B. Oh, the chance here too. That moment that made you hold your breath. But Oxy
11-1 on Omen. Wait, slow. Fine up. That locks them in, so they eat the flash and then you turn. Yeah, that slow lamp landed here and then they went to flash into it, but we had an early smoke.
Not spotting anybody, and looks like Oxy was ready to rotate right away, but maybe a call to maybe stay there. As Levitan has not added more pressure towards this B sign. The call from the IGL saying this is a default, this is a fake. The pivot might still come back towards the A site for you.
Ready for the double res round. Mazzino goes in, dies with all, dies again.
There's a lot of pressure to this smoke. Great. Man, we got some really good smokes on this map.
So many options, but yeah, they can
Like
absolutely play
literally
this
one for each bit of the map.
and get that res.
These three are my favorites. Obviously, like default mid is nice as well, but these create a lot of pressure.
Not in a position where he could spam through and ult running out towards the A side. So it really comes down to these two.
Yep.
On the high
Flash goes heaven. Moose just dodges this nade under heaven. And the pass into bait heaven. They don't expect this guy under.
The first headshot, trying to surprise other ones, but it's two players swimming against him. At the jump up is Aspas.
Aspas has
Oxy had a sixth sense, has support. There's the wall. Pain Shell's now pushing players back into res. Comes up
Oh
on
my
the
god, we still got ult as well. The time of this ult's gonna be great, surely.
To keep them at bay.
Free hit coming in slow, paranoia, but they can't even play off it. They're still pushed out of sight just for the delay. And what a nightmare for Oxy to try to play off heaven there. Caught the slow.
Too much util to even retake this. They had to get more in the initial higher lower setup.
Goes to peek, gets a wall in his face, and
nice ult usage from Lev as well, to be honest. Xeno's KO ult allowing the res. Nice util in terms of the wall to block, slows as well.
If it were last season, C9 saving.
Need to play heavier sight. Man, the left stuff's pretty cool. Looks horrible to play against, it really does. You can't play a normal game, you gotta fight a bit heavier than you want to.
So now Levitan once again snowballing the economy. Maxing no matter what into the next round is calm. And C9 really scratching for something this round.
Yeah.
Bulldog for Moose, but has a lockdown. Doesn't want to play too deep inside the site so they can use their ult for the retake. And also trying to put Oxy in position to play with that turret towards B main.
They're just pushing forward right through the one-way. They are not really
both of their defaults are really good because the Viper pressure is just great either side. Late clear of A main once they went through, and now we have a re-clear back.
Because not having at least another initiator on here to get them past, or not another initiator, but one to see.
This is much better from C9 at the moment.
They're taking these sites flawlessly. They're finding the angles, creating the ones that they need, and it's not even Aspas having to do a whole bunch of
now what? Do they have to use the KO flash to push through this, and then they have no KO flash for the site exec?
And it looks like they will just wait again before they
pull that knife is great.
What is an A hit? All 4 detected, and that's going to mean the jig is up.
Yeah,
and with that info, they insta leave over towards B site. We've got to start looking at Moose with his ult, because as this time gets lower, this could do an ult on site. Especially with the early contact from Oxy. I mean, he could literally just use his ult off the contact. But to make sure that it's not in range of the... okay, this is good. Not in range of the wall that could go up.
Still giving a chance for Oxy to set up.
Double molly here as well. Oxy gets a lovely shot. Low HP. Dude, he got another one. Oxy got another one before he went down. It's insane. Thanks an ult with 12 HP as well. 2 people hit into it.
There's one. The headshot across. Upgrading a weapon.
Okay, nicely done from Moose as well. 3 more on the way to his ult. It was great from C9, right? I said literally just before we saw this, they have to go a little bit more aggro, and we see it over towards A main. They fight over towards A main, and once this team uses its flashes, it gets a little bit harder for them to take map control, and then it becomes a little bit more obvious where they're going.
They don't get the kills, and it was Aspas having to do something glorious this round, right? Could not get in. The kill was almost there, but Moose came up big with 3 to lock it down. Operators there for Oxy. We're gonna get the Odin onto Rooney.
Okay,
now,
also we need to
as we get a quick.
we need to see if they can string 2 in a row again.
Still money here to work with.
Money
for
still is
Levitan.
pretty good though,
Again,
apart from
I think that
Oxy's.
might have been another variation that they showed us on this. So C9 is just kind of getting their feet under them. That Lev's got something different every round. Always look for the second take. Always look for the fake, and the reads are starting to come in on the side of C9.
Yeah. And so far as C9, you see it from mid-round, end round. They're not really over-rotating players either. They're setting up Oxy pretty much to watch down.
Where's Oxy's second kill? Yeah, I wanted to see it too in the replay.
Nobody really trying to over-rotate in these gun round situations for C9. So for Levitan, maybe they'll have to try to up the tempo a little bit more. They had a lot of success working towards that middle before with the Sage Wall split into B. But that was before when, you know, C9 couldn't win the pistol. The economy was really snowballing for Levitan. But now they have an operator and an Odin to work with. And we'll see that come into effect as we're heading back into server.
Yeah, I think they worked it out, Lewis.
Monitor issue, but our refs, our admins are doing a great job there on the floor to get us back in the game right away.
Absolutely. Thank you for your patience. We are ready for gameplay.
Knife goes in, they fight over towards A again, seems it worked so well before. Oxy over towards middle with the op. I say middle, sure.
Got himself pinned in the corner already. And again, you called it, Vans. This
And
mid-play
Lev
has
trying
been
something
an
different.
advantage once they can wall off
Walk,
and get themselves through
contact,
this alarm
middle.
bot to
Nice.
crash B. And Com is ready for just that.
And also, look at Rooney's position. He's just set up to maybe wallbang with an Odin towards B main, but also towards Market.
3 people
if
here.
They actually decide to do that. So the alarm bot just got broken. The wall came up. There's the execution.
I think
from
this guy
Levitan.
can just
Hot
stay
flash
alive,
coming
and
through from Zeppelin.
yeah, I
He
think
gets
you gotta
slowly
just
all
hold
the
your gun
pink
out
shots
here until they go up lane and then
Aspas.
flash for your team.
And instead of the
Went a bit
wallbangs,
too
they don't wanna
aggro.
let them know that there's an Odin yet for C9. As now he ADS punished. Moose in the same position, but too many players.
I see done from
Levitan there.
Aspas.
An opportunity for surprise plays, but all
Yeah,
caught
just a couple of
individually.
situations for C9.
Levitan gets an open
Hard
B
to
site
play.
for a plant, and the last 2 players instantly saving.
It might be Aspas that takes a different
same old
route.
story, though.
Lev has
C9
committed to lane side
never 2 in a
almost
row.
every time they've come B.
For Market, yeah.
Just a swarm down lane is impossible to stop for everybody in sight.
Sage, yeah,
Tried
the
and
Sage
true
is nice
push
at the
by
moment.
them. They get B to come up again, and again, that mid play is
Comp on
what
defense
opens up
should
the
be pretty
map for
strong,
them.
yeah.
They get this Cloud9 rotation
very strong.
separated. That's what you're saying. Cloud9 is anchoring their sights a bit, so you can split them up.
Got no
if there's
Sentinel
still
though,
those
but
anchor spots.
still very good at
You have
fighting
all
over
that time
towards
to
the
work
mains.
with the spike going down as they rotate over. A hold to come in here for C9 if they can stay alive from Lev's pressure.
Vanity just got spotted now. Lee's trying to stay alive as the upshot unfortunately was missed by Oxy. Now he's gonna get headed down at Wine. There's that first contact. Up draft, Shorty!
Damn, it's a nice attempt. Really good round from Aspas. Did good damage. They could get the op out here, but someone would have to take a hit. And I mean, Vanity's on the side, so could buy him an op and then get a judge.
But unfortunately, they lose the operator.
Kind of similar. Buys him a rifle and then
That's now
takes a
6
stinger.
ult points for Aspas. Just look at that. One commits the site and everybody else is just like, where are they going to peek from? Fish in a barrel.
34
I
HP.
love that view.
Yeah.
Awesome mouse control there by
quick.
Aspas.
Flash coming out.
Oh, for his gun.
From Oxy. And that's Blade Storm available for that too. So you saw the buy coming out from Vanity, I think, for Oxy for him to get a Vandal here. So he pops the knives and drops here the Vandal for Vanity to work with. So back to a gun round for C9.
Com is already deep in wine right now. They're saying he's just pinged the turret. So Killjoy is at A. You can expect a bit of utility to be strewn about tree. And that's what they're going to look for right now.
King's the one lurking
Alright,
this time.
spots.
Made it all the
Meant
way up
to
towards
pop
Pizza.
the molly,
Well,
but the molly got shot.
Aspas is trying to create noise here
While
towards
that's happening on
Here's
short,
the jump
King
that's gonna
just
punish
walks
Vanity,
through
who
middle.
jumps around and gives a nice chance here for the rotate to happen. A potential trade. He
He's
TPs
played
away.
really well. Extra
Stuck
TP
in the
out.
corner though. Rooney trying to fight him. He'll trade it out. Meanwhile, though, the plant is happening towards the A site. Nice little first and second contact. Once again, beautiful play by
Damn,
Rooney.
that was nice.
And
Got the
with
tag on him as well.
combination, too, gets the
Ooh,
pink one,
nice
moves
shots
to pick
here.
the last 2 kills.
But the money must be low here, right?
What
These
a
two,
play there.
kind of not really.
Good adaptation by C9. That was almost an instant round change for Lev, right?
God, it feels
They
so
get counter
savage.
Position, he pings the turret. All right, we take down util on tree, we take down the turret, and then they're gonna move around on defense. Move around a little less.
The
than
site
we
guys in the
thought.
other
C9
round, it
still
was
able
more
to
the
get into
KO
position to
needed to
retake
flash
it.
them
They were
out,
not
especially when they were,
fooled. Really
especially when they
nicely
were
done as
both
Lev's
back
trying
of
to
site
play this
here.
little
It had to
util
be about the
destroy
KO
game.
flash for when they came
Get
down
C9 out of
lane.
position. It takes a lot
They
more
could have
than
had
that
a
at this
better
point.
crossfire,
7-3
but in the
here could
situation they
easily be
were,
a
and not
7-5
knowing where the enemy
with the
team was, it
momentum
had to
C9
be
has.
a KO.
Oxy still with these early peaks on B main.
Like in an ideal world, they have a better crossfire,
It's a
but
slower fake now towards the B main.
when they're already out in
Pulling
this
Zeppo
area,
away from the A side.
you can't risk it.
But again, the
You can't
KG
risk a
playing towards
reposition.
the A site. There's still a lot of util to try to delay. Moose trying to hop back up to get a position on Heaven so he could fall back.
Yep.
Allowing C9 to play the retake should they get swarmed here. Jumps down.
Flash goes in,
Audio
a
being
main
heard by
control.
Vanity on top of
Aspas gets his
catwalk, and
ult
he
with
was
this
pushing
one,
up
and
the
they
whole
want to
way.
go fast. They don't want to let him
Showstopper
react
in
once they
sight.
get the ult.
Paranoia
Then
2 doing
off-site,
soon, clearing
kind
it
of.
out.
Omen's
Snake
close
bites,
door
you see the
could
util
tank
being
this
thrown
ult.
right now. Oh, it misses!
Oh my.
And Vanity's able to move forward to
Fantasy,
control onto
feeling
Kong.
like it might
Zeppo
actually
on
get
top
sent
of
over
Heaven.
towards
Candy
door,
Crush
sends it
with util
in.
his hands, headshots
And while
him.
that's happening, Zeppa sends it out of
King
heaven. I imagine
instantly
with a
becomes the
flash as
last
well.
player
Not too bad at all. Could have gone a lot worse.
Double swing out towards the
Damn,
Heaven.
2 in a
You see
row.
confidence right now from
Who would have
Cloud9,
thought?
breaking
They
it
did it
down.
on
Ruby
Sunset
again
as well,
trying to
right
hunt
at the
it
end.
down.
They do it here.
That is the exact word I was about to use. This looked like their pistol
30
retake
seconds
where they
left.
were about, they just waterfall into sight. The confidence behind each other on that swing of Heaven was incredible. Absolutely taking Levitan off guard. You saw Aspas's ulti go right through the door and just missing the shoulder of C9 Vanity. Able to pick up a few in sight. So nicely controlled there on around
10
Levitan
seconds left.
had planned out with an ultimate for Aspas.
Yeah.
And they pushed back hard, so that 7-5 is much more in the mirror. Or in
Is it
view now.
worth hunting?
King hears this. He's just ready for the swing.
It really is. It's actually really big.
Moose once again.
Yeah,
Last
Moose is just
round in the half.
cleaning up on these extra kills. No pressure to him when it comes up. 9-7-2 there just behind Oxy. Ultimate for Moose about to come up. If he can get 2 on this
Oh.
round or even focus an orb.
That was the fast kill.
Oxy and Moose have
Oh.
actually been focusing B main
Bro,
pretty
those shots were
hard, so
fast.
we'll see if they try to do that this time. Moose isn't back towards A.
Bro, Prodigy disbanding,
See what
man.
the setup
He's
is.
just,
It is that A setup.
What is
It's
this
going
guy?
to be
He's just
Ruby
trolling
and
so
Ruby
heavy.
and Oxy at B. And it is going to be a B hit from Levitan.
Hens is a one tournament wonder
Tom's
after
all
winning
possibly
2
come in if
tournaments.
they can get into
Nice,
sight,
bro.
but Fist low
Solid
buy for the
logic.
last round of first half. Gonna make it tough.
Change of pace too. Underhand throw under the Viper Orb to try to push forward. Knife to try to eliminate some of that util. A TP came towards the back of the site, but it got canceled. This might get hurt, and still C9 were able to hold with the 3 players inside the site. More players falling down. Calm is alone. And Calm
Not
will
bad.
also
I mean,
fall.
did this end
We
very
end up
similar
at a
to how
5-7
Sunset did with the
half
Maxi
for
managing
C9
to get
showing
it?
some life.
Switching sides.
Great control over that round. C9 approached that round like they knew what
Expect-
Lev were doing.
expect
because
changes
they've
that are loud.
seen it before. How many
With
times
no
have we
prac,
actually
probably
seen
not,
people in
man.
sight looking for that wall?
They got
finally
dealt a
use it,
Savage card.
instantly
They
take
just
it
need
off
to
the
hope that they
wall.
can avoid
C9
Ascent or
prepared
Lotus.
for this protocol. They're
they're
feeling it
vibing.
too. They're feeling it.
Yeah, and at least the confidence is high at the end here from
A
them.
hype man with Moose with the rest
This
of the team.
man, this
And you
comp
can
on
definitely
defense
see here
really
that
might be
C9
strong,
made
though.
some big moves ahead of stage 1. And
Gotta
Vanity
probably
told us
just
about the game changers
use a
behind the
lot of
scenes,
mid
so
control
let's have a
against
listen.
it. The good news is they only have a KO to
the changes
clear the
was adding
question
an
marks
assistant
as
coach,
well.
Googly. He's an old Italian
I
man,
think you gotta
but
slow play
I'm
a
very
hell of a
happy with
lot.
him. He's been great to work with. He helps balance our relationship in the team a lot. I think he's very good at getting, like, we haven't had many arguments in our team, but if there's ever tension, he's very good at helping us diffuse it and handle it in a professional manner. I think he's probably honestly the biggest addition we've had. I think Moose and Rooney are both great players, but I think that Googly's mind has been helping us a lot.
Oh, talk about Googly, assistant
Definitely,
coach.
so those changes are bring that confidence out
Bro's
here
an
for
old
Cloud9.
school, bro's an
Much
old
slower
school
start
player,
from
man.
that first map,
The
but
IGO
those
in
players really start stepping up too
Source.
in those changes, right? Rudy dropped, I
He's
think,
around
a
in the
20
UK scene
bomb
for a
on
little
that
bit.
second map, and Moose is finding his rhythm and his
He
groove
also
right
played
now in that
heavy. I mean, he
map.
was responsible for most of the good kind of
Now,
Italian
this
teams.
halftime, yeah, I mean,
Not that there was many.
Levitan, they came out with something new here, and they tried to surprise C9 with this composition, and now it makes it a little bit
from my
tougher this
era,
time, right?
yeah.
Because we mentioned the
He's
no
a nice
scan. You
dude.
can't really spray when there's an execution with these smokes, so how do you play? Do you have to play passively and play retake on your end, and you don't have a Cypher or KJ to do that delay possibility like
Then on around the deadlock on Ascent. Yeah, there's been a couple of teams.
That's right. There's not as many
literally, I think there's only
layers
been
to
2
Lev's
teams.
defense. You see those few slow orbs, you might see the raise nade, and 90% of the util you're really worried about is going to be gone there, right? The 0 point's going to come through, but that's 8 seconds of, okay, we can wait. They may be crushing
Just
through.
flame Italian CS at the end, bro. It wasn't good though, man.
Continues
Like
to just go forward.
UK and Italian CS, bro.
Levitan's
It wasn't
defense
great.
gonna be an interesting one, how they set this up. About to get into the second half here, all the way to 3 games for Levitan and C9.
Our scenes were
Time
very
off for
similar.
These teams as Lev has worked on the current crew and C9 to make changes. Able to put up that 7-5 first half here on Ascent. Possibly take this series to start off stage 1. Little push into A. It doesn't look like Lev's going to want to stay there fully. They'll play retake here happily at this point as Tree is control for them. And this split for C9 though. Going to look to find a peeker, find one lurker, anybody on a walkabout here.
How's it looking on Ascent? The deadlock? Honestly, not bad.
Himself because he got popped here by Zeppa. Then also now the wall
Looked
comes
weird
up
to play
early.
against. Yeah, you got to break all 3 sections of this.
Levitan not budging off the noise that's been made.
Yeah, C9 are gonna have to slow play a lot. Time is gonna run low, and then you got to go into like a Viper,
So they don't know that
a
there's actually
Raze
2 players
potentially,
here.
Sage
Life comes in
slows,
again.
KO
Just playing
nades,
Minecraft at this
Omen
point.
one ways.
Oh,
Can you find your treasure now?
3 here.
Oxy trying to go with the dash activate, the trade across, not
Yeah, and they
there
see
for
3
C9,
people
but
here.
they
Instant
pull
pivot
back
over
down towards
towards
middle.
B. There's a big
Vanity
duel
did
at B
look
main
across
at the
though at
moment right now.
switch.
Yeah,
Oh, this is
Vanity on site.
incredible. Actually,
I mean, if Com can get one, he's done
They're
incredible.
not going to have numbers to sight now.
Exactly. And Zeppa
That's a
cannot
spike.
get the contact
I
on
mean,
the
no
flash,
smoke
and that's
spawn. I
down.
guess they had to make a play.
Zeno did a great
3v5,
job
it's
here
fair.
to cut these rotates and the lurk now.
Fell apart pretty
Pretty much
fast.
a flawless for
Nice,
Levitan.
nice stack from Lev.
And this
It's gonna
is
be
what the
very
first
hard
map
for
where they win
C9. I'm
both
telling you,
balls.
it's so.
And that was an important pistol for Levitan.
They've got to like rush map
contain,
control. It
maintain
feels
their
like, and
lead.
that
Yeah,
can be horrible.
Cloud9 getting caught up in the
I think you would have to do the
crossfire there.
recon
Both
knife,
trees,
take
both
middle pretty much most of your
the
rounds.
area and market. Really
Left
tough
but
to
right
break
with the
through
prime.
there.
Thank you so much. Thank you with the 9 months.
Enemy
As
remaining.
well by
Lev,
Levitan.
yeah, they won double pistol on this, right?
Super patient, and they got everybody from C9 basically to face them in a firefight there with what they chose. Second round coming in. Not going to see any of those Vandals. We do have the judge for Com, though, as he plays it close on B main. The Sheriff for Rooney already down to 21 HP as he tries to get the first shot off. And that far knife from the other side. A nice hit from Market Mid.
Done a lot of damage at the same point too. Rooney at 21 HP and trying to find a timing, and with that wall coming up, it's going to make it a little bit more difficult.
At least hit
So
numbers
also
here.
the
We're
audio
going
cue there,
pretty
the audio cue rather is
aggro.
there. Beautiful flash though.
Yeah,
Triple
I
swing
don't
right
know about
behind
that.
and that's Aspas down. Upgrading to a submachine gun to dash across the lurk. Couldn't work out for Moose though. At least C9 had
Unlucky
made it
timing
inside
with that
the
luck.
site for a plant.
But it was fine.
Oxy's got that gun, too. If they confront one of these choke points, they can get quite a few kills.
Yeah,
King's gonna
everyone's
help
just
out
trying to
with
make a
taking
play 'cause they got
Zappa,
no
though,
guns.
4v3 on the retake.
Oxy does pick up the gun that was dropped over towards A main though.
Rooney also still has his
Rooney has a
Sheriff.
recon that
It looks like he's playing all
coming
the way
in now.
back here towards the A side. Does he have a lineup for shot darts? No, it was just for a recon dot on the top of
Ooh,
pivot.
judge
There's
to
that
pick up.
first kill on the attempt of a retake from Levitan. A 3 versus 3. Instantly 2 kills in a row
Oh,
with the Sheriff.
Rooney hit some
A
shots,
3-0
bro.
for C9 to answer right back.
Again.
Yeah, that snowballed because of the gun that was dropped over towards A main. They really overstepped the mark there.
HP at the beginning of the round actually still comes up with kills at the end, but that wall, the wall that Tex plays, I think, threw Aspas off just a bit because they were able to land on the wall and peek around it, giving them a high-low to get that first weapon into Oxy's hands. Interesting choice. C9 pushing through as a team, gathering the guns.
Yeah, and that's why,
just
I mean, this is a
waltzing
prime
right
example
in
right
for
here
the
where you never
East
take
go.
risks against the
That
ecos.
Mercy was huge for them. 6 to 8 here.
Yeah.
Cloud9
just backfires
still
too
known
heavy.
for it,
This
apparently,
is so
as we
on
enter
now.
Stage 1 of 2024 to get those eco rounds.
C9 now through a knife. Clears out one.
It's gonna be
and
very,
top
very
of
hard against this comp though.
The stone boxes on the right side of the A site, allowing C9 to creep up. Ares being shot, Odin being shot by Moose to try to just wall bang a bit if he can. But that's just a ruse for the rest of C9 to just execute. For planet.
Dodge over towards door.
Easy
Gonna be a hard
entrance
retake.
here.
Someone
They
could
can just
definitely
get
farm this
themselves
if they
in the
wanted
site.
to. I'm
We're
looking at
waiting for this.
Rooney,
It's
who
gonna be
gets a
pistols
plant
on the
3 away
entry. I
from his
wonder
ult.
if Levitan even just hide for as long as possible to avoid any alt doors here. It's
Yeah,
gonna be a
Rooney's
tough
so
one.
close to these, right? Wouldn't be surprised if he's going to start hunting down too. A great start for him in the second half. Did a lot of damage and allowing C9 to win that thrifty and build that money up.
Looks like they don't want to give him too
Great
much.
position is Moose. Mazzino, unfortunately, well, actually, unfortunately for Vanity,
Yeah.
gets picked off here by Mazzino. Austin trying to move close with the judge, being slowed down. Does get that pick onto Calm, but 3 players swing up towards tree. They're making it expensive.
Okay.
Really expensive so far. Oh. The rest hunting forward.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it was expensive, but a few of the guns they really didn't mind losing, right? They don't really mind losing the judge, don't really mind losing the stinger, so still
So
expensive
it
though.
allows for them to get a lot of money here to still get a pretty decent gun round.
Yeah. There's one person on low armor as we see once more. Good pressure here. With Leviathan to get in. Odin is saved coming
Solid
into the next
damage.
round. That's going to go back to Moose.
Of course,
And
Des.
Lev's back onto
Of
weapons.
course. Just
See how they
satisfying.
really use this defensive composition, or this composition, I should say, on defense now.
Okay,
with
low
weapons.
money, also low money for this in terms of the damage done from Lev on that round. So one pass and then struggles a little bit. We'll keep an eye on Oxy in terms of how close we get to the orbs.
Or at least it's for him to pivot back towards the B site.
Default wall being thrown here. Not default, but Com using that mid to be to catwall. And this mid push, they're trying to actually see if they'll still get to peek on Cat. They found a fight here almost every round, and Lev will give it again.
Inked, flash from middle as well. Get a good idea of the setup from this. Does Omen with this info want to push close? Yes, Omen takes A main as they realize they're kind of heavy over towards short.
As soon as he got the first contact there on
Ball
top,
is a
Foss
fake
threw
over
the
towards
cloudburst
B and
tried
they
to
walk into
escape
A
and
site.
instantly got dinked, trying to rotate back.
Right?
That's going to weaken things as C9 is also dashless to try to get inside wherever they're trying to go with 45 seconds left.
If C9 only knew, A is theirs almost every round. Where they have to respect the setup they've seen. It's just the
Knife
text
goes in, flash goes in as well. Killjoy's making a lot of noise.
this time
3
being
people
bought
here.
With how Lev has played the defense before, making Cloud9 think twice. They'll know they have a free site though.
It's Zephyr did good to get one.
Big trade in mid as
They
this
know the
plant
one's
goes
over
down.
towards B main.
A
This
little
duel is
bit of
pretty
a push-up
important.
coming in
How
from
patient
Oxy
is Com?
could be the key factor here.
So now you have a 3-on-3 on A site and a 1v1 on B. Spike now planted on the ACF for Cloud9. Owl drone to push forward, leaving Oxy in that same position, spotting at least one. No way. Gets that first kill, turns around for the second.
Damn, on
Traded out
32
by
HP,
Aspas.
did that.
1v1 towards B was won by Moose. So it's
Yeah, Moose-
Aspas, a little
Moose-
pinch.
ooh.
Nice shot at least.
Some of the aim
And he's
is...
going to attempt to save this.
Very nice round for C9. Very, very cool. I love the idea of the fake B.
I thought for
And
a
they kind of
moment
picked the
were
right
actually
side though, because
looking
actually
right at
they gambled
Oxy.
stacked
That
a
was
little bit in
Looking at
terms of
Vanity
Lev.
at that point.
And then you're like, okay.
I wonder
Everybody
if
was
Lev are going to
considering it
time out
clear. Aspas going to
because I
save
don't
your
think this comp...
Cloud9
I don't think it
coming
makes
up
sense
with
to...
another round. Look at the
like,
kills too.
gamble,
Spawn,
leave
mid,
a site.
Back of tree, spawn.
I get that they have
Cloud9
I get that they have
encroaching so
the
far
wall
into
down
defensive
towards short,
side to
so it
throw
looks like
Leviathan off of timing and where
What
the
the-
game state of the map
I get that they have the
might
wall
be.
over towards
And
short,
now
so it looks like they go in
Leviatan's
B,
gonna
but
call that timeout
I
as we
think
watch
their
this
comp is
replay.
just so good at holding
Especially
choke
off that, you were
points, they
talking about those
don't need to
kills, those
give
deep
anywhere
kills
up.
towards Spawn, and it was like one-on-one peaks, but perfect trades in the end on both ends that favored C9 pretty much.
Yeah, I think this is the timeout to literally say that. Like,
That'll
guys, you don't
happen
need
towards
to
B
leave
as
the
well,
sites, I'm
so-
pretty sure.
Levitan starting to get picked apart here on this comp that they're throwing out. Seems like they weren't surprising C9 too much, which forces them to call a timeout here.
There's good timing on C9 there. That rotation out of tree, just so much space for Oxy, and they pushed into sight at 30 seconds on the round. But are we going to get that all the time? Do they draw out Lev as long?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense for this comp though, Matix. It's not what it's strong at. It's not what it's strong at.
Killjoy and run away from Killjoy. They don't really have to run away from any site unless they see 4 members of Leviathan. So it's just how C9 want to approach it when they get there. What are Vanity and Rooney saying on how to break the site, and what is Moose offering on the flank to make that happen?
And it's almost like that conversation of that
Self-flame
Sage on split where you don't really see her as much anymore.
Bucky, saved gun.
And then what do you really have to defend? Not too much, right? So early in these rounds, if Texas
Honey, almost getting out of control, to be honest. If they win this one and keep it clean, it's a scary situation for Lev.
Right.
So they have to activate somewhere else, but there's not too much of that battle from the rest of Leviathan, at least trying to fight towards B main or something. And what's been really good as well for C9 is that they kept the economy
C9 after the pause, just holding a default, waiting for some
which then also means you
aggro
can't really
strat.
get an operator out early for anybody of Leviathan.
Yeah. And Leviathan even spread amongst themselves, using the credits they can to get some hero buys in. As Vanity trying to give him a different look to start peeks it again. Oh, okay, Vanity.
That's gun diff.
Feeling the headshots right now that they can take these chances.
Group it up now.
Walking into the Bucky, what the hell is this skin?
Play close with this Bucky. Orb's gonna get picked up. There's the execution. One of the rare moments of C9 moving in towards B. Combo has
the recon.
gets the kill with the Bucky.
Goes back.
Trying to answer back.
Damn, beast.
Somehow. And finally he gets traded out. But this is room to breathe for Leviathan, because Aspas has a hero rifle here. C9 moving inside the B site for a plant at least.
Good job. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Might slow it down for a bit. There's another slow up too, but it's gonna keep them close.
I think this is a solid shout with the ult. It was
Whoa! Gets the kill with the Odin off from the lane.
I take it all back. That was incredible.
Almost got that kill onto Aspas.
30 seconds left.
Now there's 30 seconds left. It's C9's time to try to do some hero plays, planning outside the
Really
open.
bold.
RC
Vanity's the only one with
reaction time to get
HP.
off it, and then to push forward if somebody was fighting back against them. 2v2. Vanity saving the round so far for C9.
Low HPs.
As it's up to Tex. Small shields, there's one. The trade out from Oxy.
That one got really close. It's a very nice attempt from Lev. Com did great.
Oxy planting in the open? I felt like my heart was gonna stop. What? This is incredible. In the face of danger, Cloud9 picking up the wins, playing together in the stall on that.
What about on top of the thing?
Good. Even after these kills,
Depends where you play with
they
it.
still
I mean,
get
top left's
themselves
fine.
in. Against all odds, they lose a bunch of they don't a bunch of alts, but they lose the Sova alt there, and you just
Nice
thought
to
it
get
was
early
going
info from B.
to the wayside for C9, but no way they take that home.
You finally saw a little bit of that value of that wall that Calm is placing towards his B side to just jump around left and right.
Yeah, and this is much better from Lev, right? This is what we talked about in the timeout. Just holding map control. This comp is great at holding map control. They go aggro. It's a nightmare for C9 to try and clear all of this.
So far, at least seems like C9 doesn't want to test it a second time. Back to what they're known for.
The drone is a nightmare. Yeah, and you got to TP out.
And the yellow drone's going to clear him out. The wall bangs. Makes it out alive.
Cloud9 pushing back
and they saw the
since that Leviathan
the judge, right?
Mid control, still watching tiles.
This wall at
Looks like
short
it's gonna be the same
goes
play
soon,
once
I'm
again, but
pretty
this
sure.
time, Lev's in A. They aren't playing this tree
Yeah, just gonna
rotate
spam
out
it anyway.
retake. They're meeting it head on. Still waiting.
3 people
Still
over towards
pushing. They
A.
are gonna go back to a bit of the tree hold, but still now have this A anchor and difference.
Quicker way to break down the walls here with the Odin instead of knifing it across. Tex now walking forward as a wall comes down, gets an instant punish.
And at the same time, they face towards bottom and middle. This is pretty nice from Lev. Shot from Moose. Ult to pick up the spike. Judge. Yeah, can't be jumping anymore with this gun.
Delay from the lockdown to come in, but it looks like Tex wants to make a play.
He made it through. He made it through now. Vanity was squeezed.
He's got 5 seconds.
And as he tries to call it for his teammates, Rooney's there
B9
for the
are
save
looking
once
impressive
again from
right
Amy.
now. It's been very good from them.
C9 at 10.
Moose just lacing people right now with that Odin from site to site. Where do they go next? A nice bit of a mid play here. Oxy to open things up. Getting the spike down in this Omen play that we keep seeing seems to just be top notch.
Nice! Come on, baby. We didn't get Let's go, baby! And we hit the strat.
And they're hyped, Vance. They are hyped.
Well, especially when you're in the lead by 2 and you're already forcing the second timeout by Levitan. You have all the confidence right now to try to close
That looks so
out
much
this
better than
series.
kickoff.
Again,
It's been
this
pretty
would be a
impressive.
very
It's been a very good
labored
attack off
victory
from
that
them.
They would have if they're managing to upset Levitan in this third map. And as you're pulsing now, C9 on the attack, they've won 5 rounds in a row here. Ever since losing piston round on the second
Yeah,
half,
it's very
they've
similar
been
to
them all
Sunset,
along,
like the
controlling
whole
pace
scoreline in terms of how it's going.
this map. And again, it's really on that conversation of this composition from Levitan. Is it built to be a little bit more offensive and should they have picked and
Now, this
gotten
comp
more rounds
should
here
this
on
comp
the
should
attack?
absolutely
I mean, you
own
have
it
that,
on
you question
defense.
that, and you got to think, what are Rooney and Vanity saying?
So they need to
How
just.
many
I
ways
feel
can
like
you
they're
get
putting
by
too
this?
much
They know they
emphasis
don't
on
have to deal
short
with
in
too
terms of
much.
this.
So
I don't think they need to
mid-round
use this
plans
wall
happening.
early.
The pre-round is already a good setup where they're actually getting quite a bit of
I'm
information.
not
off of
enjoying
what's
the
happening
Sage
to make
wall
that second
early over
decision, to
toward
make the
short. I
mid-round.
don't think it gives them enough.
Last round, rather, it was playing towards mid, finding those few frags, and then boom, again towards A once they get hit.
Because
it.
the fallback
Just
over towards B is so
methodical
strong
right
if
now
they're
with
using the
how
Viper
C9
orb.
is
Is the
figuring
one
out
way here.
Levitan. Instantly denying a push towards B main control right off the bat here.
Yeah, that was a paranoid thrown on the attack. Now pivoting back towards mid. Levitan also rotating out just to try to add a little bit more pressure. Maybe even pinching from everywhere, but they decide otherwise. Just stack up towards tree. They've been reading his hits towards the A site.
It's that play again. It's okay, mid, 2 and 2. Cat and A. We pinch, we squeeze them in, you take them out. Already pushed back towards tree here. This low buy doesn't give LEV much room to work with if they're finding the util dump from Cloud9.
Yeah.
And A site is C9's once again with a big lurk coming in from Vanity.
Yeah, you're able to
Yeah,
slow
it's
down
looking
the
alright at the
entrance,
moment.
but
They're
you've
not going to
given
pop
up
KO
There's
though,
3
right?
players walking out in that area. The other 2 players for C9, they'll take it. They're holding pulse plants outside towards the A main. In great position right now.
Okay, Vanity on the latest luck with an Odin. Really trying to abuse the no Sentinel on Lev. In terms of no info Sentinel. Goes a lot faster once he hears the util, 2 people.
And there's that lurk. There's 2.
Yeah.
King trying to answer back, trying
nice
to do
shot.
whatever he can, but you definitely know this round is looking to be pretty good for Cloud9 to seal the deal in this round, especially
Okay,
with those 2
big
kills
buy
from
rounds,
Rudy.
which hopefully the
Again,
timeout
those
was for
2
Lev,
numbers for
and
Cloud9
I mean,
are making a
have they only got
huge
1
difference
round
here
on
on
defense?
Ascent.
And it was the
So you're
pistol.
almost expecting there to be no lurk at this point. You're like, okay, there's Moose. Moose is in sight. We saw him a little bit on the take, so we're good, right? No, Vanity is now taking up that job, and he'll be smoking from across the map and coming in a little bit later to help clutch this side.
And a casual 20 bomb now from Oxy on the other
Just
end,
fine.
20 for King. We haven't really seen too many of these duels of a 1 versus 1 between Oxy and Aspas, right? Aspas focusing a lot on the B side at the beginning. All of C9 really fighting towards the A side, mid towards Cat. It seems there's still no answer for Levitan on the amount of times we're heading towards A. Again, but a different tempo. Done early in the round. Spike is already down. Oxy made it across, down to 21 HP, was wall banged.
Dude, Oxy needs some help.
There's the head-to-head, but King steals the kill away. With Spike down out in the open, showstopper available, not anymore.
Keep an eye on the luck over towards short. Might be a shout out to Mazzino on top of it. Holy big 1v3. Both relatively low.
Al Drone available. 3 seconds on a recon dart as well. King hiding it back around the dice. So Rooney runs with no information whatsoever. King looking to move back towards the A main. Out in the open, King gets the pick, and Levitan
Huge.
stay alive.
Lev
Was an
very
incredibly
much
necessary
need to
round
focus
for
up on
Levitan,
this
coming
round.
down to the
They
last
finally
drop, the
win
last
1.
player
4
in
people
King.
go down, so 4
He
people
gets
have to
the crown
rebuy.
for a very
And the
necessary
lost bonus would
round.
be
We'll see this again.
1,900,
The first time we've
just
seen C9
everyone's
have
sitting
to
about
worry about the
2k
spike
for their
being
last
down.
round
They've
if
had
they lost it.
control of each round. Messes them up just a little bit. Almost looked like they could repair the situation, but Lev come out on top.
5
They have
ults.
5 ultimates
Okay.
coming in around 21. You have to expect
Yeah,
they roll
just
another one
Oxy
over
as
in their
well,
favor here.
aware that
And they
most
know it's an
likely in
expensive
terms
round
of
that
how they're going to be
Levitan
buying
won. So
here,
Oxy's
priority on
pulling
the
out
guns,
outlaw.
free
Cannot
light
have enough here
armors.
for an operator, but they'll still use an outlaw.
And he can get great value on those few low armor buys.
Exactly.
3 of them on the side of the Levitan with his outlaw may string true. Still a lot of pressure on Lev here, the 11-9 score line. They cannot afford to mess up around and have that money reset.
They also need to keep Zeppa alive
Yeah,
right
the
now.
attack Odin is pretty strong against this. People have been doing this quite a lot. Attack Odin against a Viper, because most people are Viper rolling here, and everyone just hides in this little segment over towards lane. But I like this. This one extends over towards like the corner of
Keeping the
boat.
players at bay this time. Yes, Aspas is finally playing towards the A side because they pitted early towards B.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade.
Lots of room now.
Yeah.
That's really the not too many weaknesses, but you're using bodies to try
Yeah,
to
the
get
fake
information
pressure over
about
towards
fight
short.
from tree and
The Sage wall got used again early over
This is
towards
such a new
A.
look from C9, fully spread out in a default. 30 seconds left on the round as they start to work towards mid.
This is
with
what
an
most
idea
of the
here for
round
B.
should look
this
like,
time
where they
they're
kind of get
giving
starved
that
out of
battle over
time.
to Oxy because they need him to
30
entry.
seconds left.
Jump spotting, finding information. Null command comes out early.
Yeah,
And
look
that
how
was
hard
actually
it is for
done on
them
the
to
defensive
split. They
side.
got a
22
recall
seconds
over
left on the
towards
clock.
A, and now they're running
Pivoting
into
back towards
Aspas,
A.
who has his ult.
And
Aspas
this
just
time it's
pops
the
his ult,
attacker
right?
side using it, so there's no
Ooh,
showstopper
Zappa pops
available
his
now
KO ult, so they
for
can't use
Levitan
any
inside the
util.
side, but it doesn't matter. Aspas gets the first kill. King is there for the support. Finally, the Odin comes in. Tex trying to find a timing towards the back, has a res at the same time. Rooney once again alone.
Spike planted.
Body is showing out the cape as well. Swings out and tries
Honestly, a
to get
nice
the kill,
attempt from
but
Rooney
cannot.
here. Big round from
Huge
Lev.
foul comes in for Levitan. And off
Always
that
use
second
double
timeout,
ults.
we're also seeing life.
I actually think C9 used some ults as well, right? They used KO ult and Omen ult.
Again for Levitan, they lose this, they get 1,900 credits in the pocket. Now they get a bit of money. Doesn't even mean they can full buy across the board, mind you, but they do get the necessary money to keep this momentum going. What a retake. We're going to get a timeout here from C9 to stave off this pressure. Levitan, get a little discussion going and figure out what was working from the coaching standpoint. And get that from Emmy.
And yeah, definitely it's been a bit of a change of how they're holding this defense for Levitan. Not too much pressure at the
Nah,
beginning
it
of
wasn't
these rounds
Des.
for Slurring
Wait,
that
did
were
you used to
mentioned
watch some of those
before.
videos, Des?
They're really able to save that
He used
a
to
little
like
bit
record when he was
in
goalkeeper,
terms
right?
of util remaining for Tex.
They were pretty funny.
On these actual hits from Cloud9 are using it late.
Yeah, I love those videos,
It was
man.
a little bit expensive
videos
right
are
for
funny.
Levitan, but they used those ults at the right moments, right? The null command that came through towards that under minute mark, so it doesn't really allow C9 to move towards this B site. They don't have a pit now anymore in the B site. Now they're also realizing that Aspas is also focusing more on A.
Yeah.
So we'll be finally a pivot now from C9 to start pressuring to end towards B once again.
And we see that scoreboard. All things considered, imagine Lev has both pistol rounds, but they weren't able to run
Okay,
away with the second round. This would be
potentially,
such
I mean, it's a
different
nice
game.
time at
But
least
the
for a
string
timeout.
of 6
Nice and
rounds
early,
from
not
C9
before it's getting too
after
late
that
to
for
recover.
repeat. Absolutely punishing
Still
for Lev
2
as
away
they
from the
finally
win.
get their footing back here to come
Ez
back in.
and Razor.
Lev getting the money sorted
Silver
out.
ult
They
for
did
attack
actually
as
have
well.
enough to drop on those buys, so they do find full armor even with the money going back down to
Oh.
1,900.
Interesting, but a knife doesn't really allow for them to get more space behind the Hunter's Fury, and now is thrown here by Mazzino to get
Sure,
the
a
information.
little bit of
on the two
info.
at the beginning.
At
So
least
allows
makes them
Tex to
insta
throw
pop
a
the
wall
wall
up.
over towards
This
A,
is
and they
very
thought
early,
it was
right?
like
He
the
already
fast
threw
A
that
where
forward,
everyone's
and then
just
the wall,
dodging and
and
then you
let
just
his util. All he has
overwhelm the
left is a
site.
res.
So they at least got the
Of
wall
course.
out of them.
A Vandal in his hands, and he could do a lot of magic with that as well. With C9 pivoting back to play contact at M2.
Wait.
Spike being dropped to make an audio cue.
Wait.
Both players now creeping up.
It's such a
towards
bold
M3.
call. Has
And
he
that's Zeppa
absolutely owned
and
it?
Moose. Trying to walk around and trying to get a backstab, and they'll get it.
My god, they
Mazzino
absolutely
falls.
owned
And
it.
at the same time, Zeppa is all the way out towards the spawn at B. Yes, there's an exchange of battle here, and there's that lurk play. Beautiful here for Cloud9. Advantage comes in for them, but they're a little bit spread across
King
the
has
map.
to do it
King
all.
has to come up huge now. Oh,
Whoa.
shot there onto Moose.
That's
Last
a
two
shot and a
players
half.
grouping together against the last
No
two
way.
of Levitan. Both of them moving towards the A heaven.
30 seconds
King
left.
pivoted once again to meet up with Calm at the door and looking to backstab the backstabbers.
Perfect timing here. The buddy system going to be working out great for Levitan as they can
Recon
get themselves back to safety.
back online. King has his
Do they stick
flash.
together? No, they decide to split.
Recon dart outside of the smoke.
But he actually
allowing
uses
the
his
plant to come
smoke
down.
against him.
Two
Oh, the
individual
flash
1v1s
hit the little
potentially
lip.
here. Snake bites being thrown from Calm. Pivoting back towards the
Stop
dice.
the
King is moving
distraction.
towards Generator. Nice little first shot by Rooney. There's King to trade it back. A 1v1, half HP is Rooney. Suppresses
Has
King,
Omen
has
flash.
the paranoid now.
Did
Hits
TP?
it. TP
What a god.
trying to find it.
What a god, man. That was so sick. Really needed to step up, and my goodness, he did. That was so sick.
The Omen play everyone
That
wishes
shot
they
on
could
Heaven
nail,
as well
but some
was
reason we miss it. What a play,
unreal.
King just playing that so calm, and I love the fact
I mean, yeah,
that
is he
Calm
just
was
trying to
the
shoot the
distraction.
turret or what?
Calm made so much noise in Heaven that they had to think both were there.
Real
No one
life
was
bug.
looking at the flank,
That was me internally.
and then King.
I was yelling, but holy crap, that was a play by King.
Oh
Yeah,
my
this TP was sick.
The patience he has, hit by a suppress, winning it through.
And that's the vibe they needed.
It's a shame, man. That was a sick call for
Levitan now
C9. They
coming
literally
in.
found the gap. Like, the timeout was very nice from Imi.
It came down to the wire as well, off a timeout from
A lot of
C9
pressure
that
with
just
the
happened
instant
here.
hit over towards
the
A,
momentum
make
you
it seem
mentioned,
like
the
they've been
vibe that
shut
we needed
down,
for
wall goes
Levitan.
in, then
continues
re-pressure
on
over
with
towards
also
short, making it look like they're
now
trying to
the
re-hit.
economy in their favor.
Meanwhile,
Yeah,
2+ and
economy
walk up
also in their
middle. It
favor.
was really cool round.
C9
But
having
that's
to fight
just
back
straight
once again.
individual skill from King.
Not as strong as a lead as they had before. At the beginning of the second half, they'll try once again to go for an instant pop towards the A site. Tech's now waiting just to contact towards Cat. The wall up will not allow the lurk to happen. And there's the exec. Tech's trying to run through, shooting a bit, and they're doing all the damage. Perfect second slow orb. He fully blinded though. Zeppa answers
You
back.
don't go through though,
Rizino
right?
comes across, and the timing on that one is not in his favor either. And somehow,
Oh,
a slight
way.
overheat from
At
Levitan.
11,
Punish right
11.
away. Tap on the spike, and no Calm is here. Calm trying to get the wall bank shots, but does not connect. Another tap once again.
30
Pain
Why,
shells.
They're
why,
getting good
why
util
gamble
out
it?
here.
They know Aspas is at the top though. And what maybe could save him is hopefully a knife, but it's in 23 seconds only. So that showstopper may do a lot of
He
damage.
spotted 2.
Rooney down low at 21.
There.
The jump up on the generator. Second shot guard, no contact onto Aspas.
The lovely
A
wrap
lurk
round
around
from
here
Zeppa.
the
They
top.
hear it
Zeppa
now though.
breaking the window. As now the players are running down. Jump spot on the first. Trying to go for a second jump spot. It's at half. Nice little first shot. Second one coming through. And now Zeppa has to try to win a 2v1. There's that first. Could play the time. Comes across on the left side. Aspas pushing forward.
Damn, sick round from Zeppa. Oh my goodness, what was this round? It was wild. Dude, Lev are going to be kicking themselves. That play over towards A was in a 4v3. They tried to end it fast.
Everything from the players in this individual moment, round after round. King doing what he can for the team. Zeppa doing what he can for his team here in a huge
Big round.
clutch.
Shimon with the prime, thank you so much, man. Thank you with the
And they
7
have
months.
to do a
Appreciate it.
lot. On the other side, you have a 30 bomb from King on Levitan.
One chance to end this, and they take a lot of mid control fast, straight up split with the KO ult. One flash hit spawn, drone clears close. Whoa, look at Tex. Whoa. Whoa.
Has all the information, but only has a sticker. Still drops. The no command. The trades come up for Levitan.
That was, man, Tex is a lunatic, but it won them the round.
Solo Moose. Everybody
That
knows
was
where
so
he is now.
bold.
Oh, and the res too.
And the res finally comes out. He had it for a long time. This is a really, really bold play for Tex, but he's absolutely sent it. On top of the wall, sends it down over towards mid when he hears multiple of them. And then they all distract. Like, he kills one, they 180 to try to kill him, and then this guy goes through spawn.
C9 on that defensive side here as we see the round again. Lev's going to go back to attack. And we're going to get this reset. Money across the board. Let's see if we get any Odins in here. And how the teams decide to play this one. Van Silly, incredible to see Cloud9 able to bring this type of form out at the start of the split, find so many holes in what Leviatan's trying to bring to the table. And also Leviatan as well.
Yeah, what a map to end it on. This has been sick. Been a few mistakes, but it's been still nice
to keep this going.
Pop flash being done here to try to get some early orb control, at least in the cubby for Leviatan. Vanity still trying to jump spot.
King is just feeling it as well. 30 to 13. 30 to 13 over time.
A stalemate in this moment, a smoke now being thrown instead of a one-way. Just to keep now the enemies at bay. Leviatan trying to pivot back towards Cat though.
A lot of cat play, a lot of tree play from both teams.
Big paranoia.
Smokes himself off to fight over towards short. 3 people short, wait for the flash. That was lovely from Aspas, yeah, and the flash doesn't get much. They can't push through short because the round would have been done. Aspas is... Tex was responsible for last round, Aspas on this.
A little chip damage, but is it enough? 5v3 here, and they still haven't got tree back.
Finally, as they break the second
he really centered as well. Like, he made so much space. If they wait a little bit further back and he's not as assertive as this, they basically just eat the flash and they get pinched by 3.
You still have Calm just lurking around the map during all of this too. So many options for
Look at this guy.
Up.
Big ace? Wait, what a shot. It's unlucky attempt from him, and really sick round from Aspas. God.
They're the ones now at map and series point.
One of the first rounds we saw everyone try to fight there in tree, and I think the big factor is Cloud9.
Big factor was Aspas Wing.
We saw the push coming from Vanity on the other side, but it was slowed. It was walled, and when it's walled, it creates such a tighter choke point you don't want to get through. That bit of mistiming gives Leviatan the momentum, gives them the upper hand in the round all together. C9 called the OT timeout. And we're going to look to get into this next round, round 26 here. We will get that Odin on the board for Moose.
Good to see you right now in the Riot Games Arena.
I bought the wrong tickets.
Both of these teams. Sold out day. This time for C9 versus Leviatan to kick things off. But man, does it's gotta suck for Oxy this time. It's the second time they had shorter kills against Aspas, a potential, but couldn't get the second one in. And that was almost everything here to not allow Cloud9 to really win that pulse plant.
The Cloud9 cheers coming from the crowd. Leviatan holding strong through it. They've had quite a few throughout this comeback as well to bring it into
Odin,
OT.
defense Odin.
Now to game point. Odin on both sides are going to be ringing out here through the walls of Ascent and possibly our final round. A push towards A main for Lev to get a little bit of early control, maybe wall it off immediately. And they're watching towards mid, something C9 has loved in these rounds. The 3-2 split across the map, though, is the protocol for round 26 in Cloud9's book.
And he's looking to wallbang this from the top of the boxes. Knife is close, recon on the top, that pings him.
That was a little bit scary.
Cloud9 to move forward.
Knife goes in, looks like they're defaulting over towards A, and they 3-person walk contacts. Take B main.
Look at this push though from
Get a lot of space. They've at least worked out that he's playing so passive over towards B.
Towards B main. And Vanity will be the late lurk. Odin continues to spray across. Oxy just trying to.
What is this? What is going on?
Everybody stays alive for now.
Reaction double push over towards short. With that, you should know that A main's clear.
Not even a chip. All right, so
I guess Omen normally plays A, so honestly they could think of 3 A's with that. This is a much better timing. The Sage will over towards short.
All right. They're ready, but this lurk from Vanity could call differently.
Yeah, and then at the
he's got to break this wall, and got a couple of these to go. And this is the thing as well, like they break wall, he thinks that he's creating pressure over towards A, but they just cleared all the pressure. So they get the early info, rotate comes in, Omen's going to be here in terms of King with his Omen flash to help the guys on site. Might be done.
pushing up the top of the
Omen
lane.
flash for your
There's that
team.
dash in from Oxy. King just waiting inside of that smoke. Players now moving down on the other end. Pinch from behind. Calm gets one. Moves as well. Advantage out for C9. 3
Yeah, but
players
Omen
to fall.
flashed.
13 seconds left. The plant will come down. Tex and Aspas looking to fight back. 2 players staying behind the boathouse for Cloud9 as the other 2 are playing contact first at the staircase. Odin in the hands of Oxy. As Aspas is now starting to close the gap. You hear the Odin being shot on the other end. Alarm bot now, Nanoswarm. Aspas is now slowed down. Cannot get across, has 2 satchels to work with, but decides to walk forward instead. A 1-for-1, last one on the lane.
I mean, shout out to Oxy for getting the kills here. I think King had a chance to end it. I really do. Maybe he was too scared of hitting his teammate here with the Omen flash that he didn't want to do this one.
This game that was at A. Wait until 30 seconds. There's again not a lot defensively.
At least got to get the guy stairs with an Omen flash, right?
Hard hit.
At the very least. Flash and stairs, and then the guy back site can swing on stairs, and then they can both focus on lane once they're trying to kill the guy in the corner. It's a different round. Okay, Oxy did great in that round, brings out the op as well.
That late into the round. It's on Levitan now to put up a strategy back onto attack as we're into round 27, OT number 2.
Odin spray on middle because of his Viper wall, was trying to get something on top mid. Op in the hands of Oxy. And he actually avoided, walked across the snake bite. Down to low HP, has the dash and trying to move forward to potentially try to get the pick into Calm. But Calm knows better, just tucks in. There's that wall for the split.
Big
now
Joe.
Oxy's just waiting.
Lovely shot from him.
No more splits coming in from Levitan.
Need to block him off. This is still nicely done from Lev, but they're in trouble, right? No map control.
Nice little shot there onto Moose through the smoke. Tying things up on a 4-4. Rooney now
How's Fantasy going to retake with his judge that he bought in overtime?
King doing the same. Oh, it's loose. He loses the fight to Vanity with the judge somehow. Spike, meanwhile, though, has been planted. 2 players left.
Good paranoia.
Aspas is blind, forced to fall back. Tex is trying to make a play. The sprays now from the spawn. 1 is suppressed. No heals, no slow orbs, so Tex is just trying to move forward.
Whoa, what a shot from Rooney.
Beautifully done by Cloud9.
Bro, C9 gonna win this? Dude, Lev could have ended this for sure.
They have not previously taken
Fantasy buys the judge in overtime.
on the mid player from the Levitan. Oxy's first kill here was so big on the round to make sure it faltered in market. See the pushes, the plays. C9 shuts it down.
I can't believe that.
Damn, a little slow-mo on it.
That potentially could have been everything too, because that would have been given King position into market. We do have another timeout being called out, this time by Levitan. As again, series point here for Cloud9, and it's been a great one.
Down in the judge,
far.
Wait, come on.
Series,
He shouldn't be winning that one.
Maybe on the first
You'll
one,
know
but
it.
that second and third map, both teams have definitely woken up. We're definitely seeing the potential of these teams now fighting in the Americas, and GB mentioned it. Shanghai on the line, champions on the line.
Yeah.
So you have to be on point.
Judge
every
and Sheriff
single
is
game.
pretty good in overtime. Oh, you don't have to tell me,
And to
dudes.
see right
Trust me.
now that
I'm the biggest Judge
C9
believer.
comes with 2 new players and are able to do this against one of the top teams here in Americas.
Yeah.
Wonder what Ball
Does,
will have to say after this.
I wonder.
It is much nicer watching Vanity on
Oxy dropping
smokes,
to 30 along
just
with
to
King,
allow
right?
him
But
that.
if we think about it, we
To allow him
mentioned
that
King
factor of being able to judge.
Yeah, exactly.
So King's been
Is the
shut
big
down
thing.
on these
Even I
last
spoke about it on
few
Plat Chat. Like
rounds.
the actual roles make more sense now.
Aspas start to wake
Yeah,
up.
that's true. That's true. You can never count on Aspas.
Yep. Definitely had a slower start here in regulation. At some point,
Nothing
was only at
crazy, not
13
even
kills,
Odin's.
while Oxy was at 20,
Yeah.
and this time he's at 24. Duelists now making and putting
Vanity
work
still IGL, yeah.
both of these teams. Now backs against the wall, Levitan running the same type of defense. Tex trying to hold up Catwalk. Mazzino trying to get wall bangs here from Market into the top of Cat.
Ooh,
Knife will actually spot
they only hit one?
the duelist.
See if they get the play here. Wait
The
for
delay
pop
on
flash
this
bounce
comms
from
is
Zeppa. As
just
soon as the smoke
wild.
Clears,
Omen one
I
ways
think we get
nade.
Oxy into tree.
Pose.
Wall raised.
Okay, different type of wall here too, but it gets instantly broken, so no time to react.
Can go on top of that as well if he wants to see over. I'm pretty sure, not entirely sure. Omen flash hits 2 for the peak that goes in. Vanity's done really good to get out of the choke point here.
Vanity using his own smoke as for cover, but then just seeing Rooney run through, Aspas
Oh.
gets a second showstopper.
Oh.
Doesn't need it so far.
Damn, bro, that was solid. Lovely second kill as well on top of this. Yeah, what a nice round.
Each round is so confidently
Each round is insane. Vanity's doing it again.
As we go back and forth, like, oh, perfect, the other, gonna get that
Okay,
next
no,
one.
he's not.
Levitan
Bro's buying everything.
snap back.
Judge, Vandal,
That
Phantom.
hard. Round 29 now between C9 and LEV as we get into our third round of OT here.
Yeah, what is this game?
Looks like it's going to be a big stack up by C9.
So
over
open
toward
right
B.
now.
They'll play the retake A, and that's what LEV has their eyes set on. They are behind Aspas on these attacks, so wherever we see him going, they'll follow just behind the wall. That's not going to be damage. Bit and chip.
Yeah, it did look scary on this one. Aspas gets his orb. If they want to go and get the B one as well, 1 kill away.
But that was calm on the other end there, and again, just holding it close. He knew that last time there was a late push with an operator from Oxy, but this time around, C9 are playing a full rifle round with that Odin in the hands of Moose.
Full B. I don't think we've seen
Yeah,
the
early
Levitan do a
pressure as
death
well
ball
in
into
terms of the
sight
question
here. It
marks
looks
that
like
are
they're gonna draw
here.
out the
It's
time of
pretty
the
much
round.
everywhere.
See if somebody will peek, kill the peeker,
Not deep.
and then
also.
take the hit. As King set up with Noya.
2 people
They're
here.
not even
Did they
gonna
see
run the time
Oxy?
down that much. They're
No.
just gonna hit.
Oh, but everything missed. There's that wall to come out.
All
towards
kind
the
of helps
lane,
him.
but
And
it's
does he
falling
go?
into all that microwave set up by Moose.
Wow, what a shot over towards sight from Tex. That was a big kill. Dude, the crowd are going wild.
Tex now pushing up on the other end at the staircase, a 1-for-1.
3v3 now.
Spike planted.
As it gets planted, the reposition by Levitan.
One flash from Azino almost went down from the spam here.
So for C9, they're breaking the wall. Calm now finally gets spotted. Cloudburst moving out. Oxy running on the other end. Gets that pick.
Oxy,
Flank storm
bro.
now available. Crouching in. Gets the
Azino,
kill
the
there
guy with
on
low
the
HP.
King. As it's Azino alone.
Nicely done. C9 another chance at it. Dude, Oxy was incredible here. Big step up in this round.
These rounds are chaos. Oxy with the peaks. Almost, I don't think he wanted to get on that wall after he saw it was on the other side, but still goes for the peak. And just being on the other side of the wall, he delayed 3 members of LEV wanting to get into sight. They're all like, wait, he's going to come over again. He's going to come over again. Gets the peak on main with the Cloudburst to enter, and Zeppa has had some incredible personal rounds there. Brings up 2 on his own to enter the site, even though
Again,
he had the back.
nothing too crazy. Attack
C9
Odin though.
back on
We have
game
Oxy
point.
30
Lev
kills,
continues to
King 30
strike
kills,
from the
Aspas
defensive
3 away.
side with fierceness.
A lot of
Can
high
they do it
frags.
again? It's going to be a push here. Aspas, A main control doesn't come right away, and they go right back to tree control. Cloud9 is going to run the same strat from Lev's book just last round.
No Odin here for Calm. And the knife comes out.
I shot the knife on this one.
They're trying
Spam
to
doesn't
clear it out here
connect.
towards the B main. It didn't get the ping
Wait,
there onto Mazzino,
Com's just
forced
on
to
his
fall
own.
back. Calm does get the pick onto Rudy,
Right, he's
though.
done fantastic. He gets 2.
Towards the lane. Aspas flew to rescue to help out as well.
Great flash on this one as well. Big step up from Com. He's been super quiet this game. That was a big
This is
round.
looking like a done deal. Aspas hunting it down, continuing the OTs.
Well, let's go. We don't have to worry about anybody hitting the draw button on this one. We're keeping this one rolling.
This game is going to go forever.
31
It might be here for a
rounds
while.
that come in after this one. The buyback comes through. Nobody's really flexed the operator except for Oxy on 1 round, and it does not feel like it wants to be the play anymore. They know the site's going to get hit, and they want retake ability. So ops seem to be out of the question right now. 15 to 15. They're keeping King on 30, but like you said, Aspas is heating up, and that could be very scary for the side of C9. The 4-1 across the board for Leviatan's attack here, as they're just looking for a bit of early util and to prop Aspas up with these orbs.
How about that night's rest? Yeah, it's I think my 5 hours has been reduced to potentially 4. It doesn't get much smaller than that. The sick game though. Colin Worth.
Pivoting back now towards this B site. Maybe trying to control both. King staying behind right now to get the information, waste out the utility out of Cloud9.
Drone clears so much right
They'll
now.
take anything right now.
Yeah, and they
man.
can have an early
They'll take
rotate. They even take
anything,
the
even
map
if it
control as
recharges
well.
as a signature.
But a
They wanna
heavy
see
kill
abilities get
setup.
used
Sova
before
might be
low
close to
hits
help
the
with
site.
recons. Boost on top of this, it looks like. Yeah.
Boom, Moose is ready.
Falls behind, yeah, nice little wall bang there with the Odin as Vanity gets another pick. Two coming out
Omen
towards the
flash
lane
hit
and a
both,
beautiful
right?
paranoia for him to fall back. That's a road getting back
Zeppa.
towards Cat. Zeppa is waiting right there to TP across.
Hey,
There's
nice
that
trade
trade-off.
from
That's
him,
the
though.
spike down once again. Hot flash underhand, just trying
Would
to
love to
escape.
get out of here.
Meanwhile, Aspas has picked up the spike, and he's also the last player standing.
D9 get another go at it.
23 left on the
I mean,
clock.
Aspas,
One
sure,
kill
let's not
gets him
count
a
him out,
showstopper.
especially when he's
Zeppa just
okay, sure.
waiting out in the
I was gonna say,
open.
especially when he's 1 kill away from an ult. I was like,
The story
maybe.
continues.
The story continues. Zeppa locks down another round from that defensive side. For
Yeah,
him,
big
and
shutdown
Lev
over towards B.
will
Moose was
switch it up.
very
We
much on
are
top of this
indeed
boost.
On to match point. Would you believe it? As we see this play again.
Crack some Red Bulls, chat, because this feels like it's going to be a long day.
30 seconds.
Wow, that shot.
The landing readjust.
Fucking rush in, let's go.
They're all ready for the play. They have to be having a very good time on stage right now. 230 bombs now between the side of Lev. Aspas is
Does
caught up to King.
timeout, tech
that's the thing,
timeout,
King
or
And you might
Still
surpass him.
killless.
Yeah, so
Yeah, they both use their
is
timeouts in
1, 2, 3,
overtime,
4,
I
5,
think,
6,
so
maybe 7 rounds.
has to be.
And just assists coming through for King, so they're
Yeah.
really able to shut him down.
Looks like we're just going to have to do a little bit of a cleanup here. Oh, there's a spill on the stage. As of,
Okay.
players are hyped up.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
hyped up.
overexcited.
And make sure you dry out that mouse pad to continue on here in this game, but definitely just to give us a chance to talk about it, right? It's
Yeah.
been a couple of rounds
Make the
now
day a
since
little bit
King
longer.
had
Respect.
that 30 bomb, and he needs.
Oh, okay, damn.
It might be the difference right now. The
Oh, the
difference
bait it
maker
is.
if he's able to actually string a couple more kills here for Levitan to maybe push this and win this. But at this point, him stepping up will allow Levitan to tie up the game once more. As of
D9,
course,
1 away.
definitely see here we're
Attack
back in the
Odin
game.
once again.
Or being
Early
picked
A
up on the
control,
attack
all
side
picked
as
up for
they're also
Rooney.
realizing for C9 there's not too much contention out of Levitan
Right.
from Omen.
Yeah. C9 wants to see a little bit. Looks like Lev is being stingy with their util. That's going to benefit them as their sight hit takes hold.
Knife goes in. The
They know
late
they can
wall over
basically
towards
just
short
wall
again
out
at the 1 minute
Cap,
mark.
Keep that safe.
They go for the walk
Legs,
through middle
trying to
again.
spot towards Omen as
I think that
Zeppa
might
is
have been
trying
the
to do
plan
the
on this
same
one.
to
They're
get
on top of it
a
this time. We
surprise
go back over
contact
towards short. They're
into
going to
switch,
see
but
the
he gets
wall.
insta-dinged
And a lot of
by
this is
Aspas.
honestly down to
Force
King
the
on
fallback.
site.
It's so hard to sell a fake this many OTs in. A
Oh,
site's
he's
the hit.
wrecked.
And it's traded out. Once again, King denied now, anchoring towards the A site. Zeppa still low on HP. Trying to figure out who they could give the spike to for a
30
plant.
seconds left.
He's going to plant it for A main. Beautiful owl drone actually spots a couple of players up towards the A heaven.
Can
as
play
Levitan
double A
actually
main
has all
because they
4
killed the
players in low
smoker.
works.
For
There's grenades
heaven.
being thrown. There's the ADS from a
Oh,
few.
pressure door.
And there's the first to fall. That's Oxen,
They even
Atomic
break door?
Generator. Shock darts coming out, misses as it's trying to get towards the door. A tap on the spike, the spray through the smoke, continuing through, but players of C9 still
Sure. Sure, they made that one look real convincing. I was really worried, I'll be honest.
That looked like it was the right play from C9. Smokes are down on the side of the Levitan, playing 2 inside sight, 2 outside sight. Because you're not going to get smoked off, you create that other crossfire. But the shots for Lev on the retakes are hitting. Great start off too, playing tricky spots on the wall.
Texas is looking really good. Ban of the World, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the 8 months. Thank you for the tier 1, dude. Thanks for doing that.
V5 in favor of Levitan.
Look at this.
16,
It's just whoever wins the
round
attack round
34
now.
on the board.
It seems like C9 wants to try to fight back towards me. There's a lot of
Yep.
pings to maybe to up the tempo for Levitan, but C9's potentially looking to do the same thing.
Yeah.
They're going
Walking
aggro.
up the contact. There's Vanity getting ready to swing out, punish. And there's a 2-for-1 in favor
Oh,
of Levitan.
flash.
Will this get clear in the corner? The boom bot will not. As they run across, they try to clear it
Oh my god, the boom bot ate the Omen flash, so it didn't realize it was here.
And he still gets King.
Whoa.
Aspas inside the site, forced to reload, stuck out towards the dice. A 2 versus 2. Moose has already rotated across with Rooney though. as he out-drones out for info, knows exactly where the two players are. The first one planted, the second one towards main. Showstopper now out after the plant. Will force them to fall back.
Oh my god, has it scanned him twice.
And they have to wait it out.
Bit of time on this one. With the space created, they switch back over to short from Com. Think of the angles. Oh.
He avoided it.
Oh.
He heard the footsteps.
Damn.
Will get the kill. It's
That's
up
the
to
turret
Rudy
down, and then Aspas can solo play, and then this guy would imagine the Com is over towards A main.
A tap on the spike
Oh.
first. There's that first shot.
Oh my god. 1v2. Dude, I think Com just had to bait him.
Series point. One more time.
Never give up. He's not missing a beat.
Yeah,
With
it's
the
a big
crispest
round.
shots
It
we've
really
seen,
is.
We can give him a little bit on that last
No one
one
can
to
win an
control
attack
the
round.
recoil.
I thought this was
But
done.
the heaven shots he's
Beyond
brought in,
done.
Some of the clutches Rooney's been hitting has not missed the
That
beat,
was
and it's exactly
insane.
what C9 needed.
That right there from Zeppa was also everything.
Yeah, that round from Zeppa is
Kill onto Aspas
insanity.
to still flick back to at least get one more to give a chance for Rooney. That could have been a 3 versus 1. It will give another defensive round for Cloud9.
You said we might
that's
see
how I
our
sound like.
first attack around. That's how you sound. Yeah. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right, the 4-1. A good detect here coming from Aspas's Boombot right out of B main. They know that's the lurk. And it's gonna
They
be
actually
hit on
went
A.
for the A rush. They were joking about the A rush before, but they actually went for it.
Levitan is looking to play the retake, but they haven't crossed inside yet because everything was slowed by Texas slow orbs at that Sage. Double swing in, Oxy with the first blood. Rooney with the plant.
God, they're gonna
Levitan does not want to give a chance for C9 to set
gonna
up,
do it from
as
the
they're
A
already
rush.
throwing utility. 2 up towards the heaven. Oh, a nice shot by Oxy. All done by Rooney's util. Tex answers right back through the door.
Yeah, that's it, right. That is it. How do they win from here?
Calm trying to drop down, trying to get the wall bang. Finally takes down Zeppa. King dropping inside the site right now. No smoke to cover him.
Molly off.
There's that Molly. He gets it a halfway at least. King and Calm against Moose and Vanity. Vanity at low HP.
Can he just
Moose
stick
trying to
this from
fight
this
long
angle?
range. Smoke now dissipates.
Oh.
The backstab, but the trade. Calm now to what
Oh my god, vision block.
comes
Ollie?
out, and he's dying now too.
Oh my goodness, what is this game? Nicely done from C9, who would have thought?